What's up, dude? Spaz here. Hope everybody's well. This August 22nd, 2016, year of our horde. Just making a quick video with some Overwatch footage that I need to remove from my computer or get off of this hard drive. I'm working on some other projects, some projects in which don't even contain video game footage, and I need the space. And I recently had a hard drive that failed, and I don't want to lose footage like I did with that one. Just making a quick video to spitball some ideas as to what's going on with me, what my ideas are for the channel. A lot of people with my latest upload last week, Wires, they're wondering, is this a comeback? Is he going to get back up on that steady steed and create content with a consistent basis? And all I can tell you is I don't know. And I'm sure that's not what a lot of people want to hear, but I've reached this point in my life where it's very difficult for me to do things like this. It's very difficult for me to share with people what it is that I've created. Not to say that I'm not proud of what I've created. I just have a very different personality in which I look at what's going on, whether it be the YouTube industry or society as a whole. I question my own motives to participate within it, and ultimately or generally find myself not wanting to participate at all. You know, I could expand upon that, but I don't really want to go down the road to negative town on that one, so I'll leave it at that. You know, I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what I'm doing, really. I've never stopped editing videos. I've never ever stopped editing videos. Editing for me has become this type of therapy, I guess you could say, where I can just really disconnect from everything and pour and invest, you know, my mind in something completely, and hopefully turn out this thing that when I watch it, I'm happy with it and it looks good to me. And whether or not people understand that when I finally release a project or not, you know, that's not for me to decide. It's just, hey, shit, this is something that I thought looked cool, that I made, and well, hell, here it is. I'm not looking for results. I'm not looking for kudos. I'm not looking for recognition. I'm not looking for money. In fact, a lot of the videos that I will be uploading here in the near future, I'm not going to make a dime off of it. I'm not going to make a dime off of Wires. I didn't make a dime off of Gimme Toro. Any video that contains music that has already been sent to the copyright office, I'm not going to make a dime off of it, but that's okay with me because it was, for me, a way to just mind dump. I mean, that might be a poor phrase. Just a way for me to unload everything that's kind of on my mind, my just everything, and it is what it is. You know, and I'm aware of my disappearances. I don't need to be reminded. A lot of people are like, well, he did this, but he's gonna disappear again. You know, what if I do? What's the worst thing that's gonna happen if I just disappear again? You know, there's somebody else out there that's doing something, I'm sure, similar to what I'm doing. You know, I don't know. I don't know, but there has been something scratching the old brain pan this last week or so, where it's like, you know, you have all these projects pretty much finished and you're content with them. There are a lot of people out there that genuinely want to see what it is that you're doing, so why not go ahead and upload them instead of let them go to waste? And so that's kind of where I'm at. I've put thoughts into doing different things, like maybe a podcast, but it's like, can my mind really comprehend or conceive that right now, or understand and commit to it fully? And I don't know, you know, I don't know, I feel like this just really odd person right now. Anywhere I go within, you know, whether it's going out in public or doing this, I just feel like this completely different person, separate from everything else in terms of my understanding of what's going on. Not that I fully understand what is going on in the world, but I've changed so drastically that it's very difficult for me to participate in society or any other walk the way I used to, because I think what was going on with me, I wanted to kind of have relevancy. I wanted success. I wanted all these different things, you know, money, a car, this type of house, this type of this type of that, and it's just like, you know, I see that everywhere already around me, and it's like, if things really improving that much because of those motives, and it's like, that's subjective. I don't have the energy to participate in things the way the majority of people do. I don't get it. I don't understand the. I admire it in a way, the people that have this just remarkable drive to constantly upload content, to constantly follow and talk about the same games over and over. I don't know how the hell people do it. You know, it's like nothing's changing. It's the same shit, you know, different odor. Why are we doing this? And I'm not saying that anything that I'm creating now or will create in the future is going to be anything better than that. I don't like looking at things as being better than the other. It's just my way of going about things, which may be completely strange and unusual to other people, but that's not my problem. That's not my problem. I'm not going to conform to society. I'm not going to conform to this industry. I'm not going to conform to other people's wishes of me returning to a specific game or making specific types of content for other games. Fuck that, you know? At that point, you might as well just live a shell of a life in which you're being pushed around by other people to fulfill your own needs, which is, you know, what are needs anymore? It's almost like we live in a society where everything is, it's already there. If you, I don't know, you know, I don't want to go into that, because as soon as I go into that, I spiral and I go down into that rabbit hole, into that void of just complete emptiness, and I become a crazy person. Not to say that I'm not crazy the majority of the time, but I'm very different than what you will ever see in society on YouTube. And I'm not saying that to promote myself in a way. I'm just saying I don't connect with it. I don't connect with Twitch streamers. I don't understand the idea of streaming anymore. It's become like reality TV in a sense for me. I don't see the point in being a figurehead for a particular game. It's like nothing changes. You're talking about the same shit every week. None of it really is that important if we think about it. None of it's even really real. You know what I mean? It's a video game. It's just hard for me, guys. This doing this type of stuff where I have to explain. And I'm not saying I have to, because it's not have to. I don't ever have to do anything in my life. Every action that anybody takes is out of desire. That's a fact. There are no obligations. People that say that they have a duty and that they're obligated to do stuff, it's just a very, very interesting way for them to trick their minds into rationalizing what it is that they're doing. At the bottom of it, at the very root of it, they're doing what they want to. If you say that you're obligated to do something, that you have the duty to do something, what you're saying is, I am choosing to do this thing because it makes me feel better that I am fulfilling this expectation rather than not do anything and feel bad. So therefore, it's not an obligation. It's not a duty. It's, I want to do this because the alternative of not doing this may or may not make me feel worse than doing it. And I don't ever want to do that ever again. I've spent the majority of my life doing shit like that, where I felt like I was obligated, that I felt like I was committed because of external reasons, that if I didn't do them, then well shit, then I'm gonna lose this, or I'm gonna lose that, or there's the potential of this or the potential of that. That to me is crazy, and I see society doing that everywhere I look. So maybe I am crazy for not wanting to participate in anything that way anymore. You know, I don't know. There's just been something scratching the old noggin this last week. It was like, shit, you got, 5-6 projects that you finished that you will not make a dime off of, which I don't really care, because when I go back and I look at them, I look at the timeline of that video, what I've put into it, and watch what I've created, I'm like, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. The creation of this project of it, in itself was a way for me to just mind dump all these insecurities, whatever else that was going on in the mind. It was a way for me to just work through it. And why does it need to be more than that?
Oh shit!
Now the difficult thing is understanding that at times things need to be more than what they are, just in order to survive. And that's where I've always butted heads throughout my life. Is, well, I'm not gonna do shit just because I want to survive. What the fuck does that mean? Survive for what? So that I can consume stuff? So that I can buy more? Genetically modified foods, that I could buy some piece of shit product that was built by some child laborer in another country. That's what I really want, is that I just don't care. I don't care enough to do it. But hey, I'm a crazy person.
Happy Ford.
I guess. I don't know. Shit. Yeah. There is going to be future content. I'm not promising when, how much, how often, what types. been throwing around different ideas in my mind of, well, hey, maybe people would actually, the people that are genuinely interested in the things that I talk about and say would be open to me doing some sort of podcast every whichever day or once a month, this, that, or the other, and maybe start from there while I work on these projects that in a way help me process some things that are going on in my own life. Is there going to be a commitment? Is there going to be this just comeback? This comeback. When I think of a comeback, I think of somebody slaving away to get back to the position that they were once in order to continue doing what they were doing. I don't like that. I don't want to go back to doing the stuff that I used to do in the way that I used to do it. So I'm evolving. I'm changing. I'm attempting to, you know, shed some old skin and move forward. We'll see where I go. See what happens. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay footage. I don't want to take up any more of your time. And once again, I hope everybody's well. Take care.